Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's been a minute. I wanted to show off my Dragon Ruler Red Rose deck. All you need to start off with is this Spectral Dragon, and the combos are absolutely insane. Getting yourself one of the babies and any big you want to choose, because you're going to pitch one of the bigs off the baby, and off to the races. You're going to get two dragons out to go into the brand new Dragon Ruler Xyz monster, the Light Aura Dragon. This card is insane, being to send a dragon to activate its useful ability. Now that card is going to get you access to your Red Rose, and we also have many more pieces to use, so we're going to get ourselves a Spell and Trap Negate online. After that, once we get our Spell and Trap Negate online, we're going to go into our Bestial Dispatter. Now, I go into Bestial Dispatter first because he has the unique ability to bring back banished dragons. Just gets you more material. And then this card isn't accessible in the TCG. BrandoAKAMiracle, my favorite synchro, popping the face down my opponent has, finishing off this game one, fully showing off that combo. Alright, going first in this game two, using that Spectral Dragon, pitching the Rocks Rose, getting ourselves a Blaster and a Wind Dragon. Honestly, should have went for any dragon other than Wind here. Also, our opponent has the Ash Blossom, so unfortunately I'm going to also have to use my Called By, meaning now I'm prone to losing to Max C. Now, we're going to trigger that Wind Dragon to get ourselves Tempest, and then we're going to use Blaster and Grave, pitching the two other dragons to get ourselves out the 2/7s. Now, the way I did this is wrong. Really, you want to go for any other dragon other than Tempest. Reason being is you're going to send the Tempest off of this effect to get yourself a boss monster. Now, we're going to banish the two other dragons to get ourselves out our level 10. Now, doing the combo the way I did it, I'm short of full rank 7 Xyz. I would have had the Spell and Trap Negate. Now, I'm going to use these two effects to get ourselves our Basil Roost Shoot. And then I'm going to use both of the Rocks Rose Dragons to get out a Seals. Now, honestly, like I said, I misplayed, but not a bad board. You have a Negate in Dispatter, and then a Heroic Seals Send. Now our opponent has Super Poly. He is going to get rid of our Heroic Seals. He is also going to fall into the Maxi. Now my opponent reveals Astar. I'm going to negate the Astar. Reason being is that this card is dangerous. It's full combo for whatever deck he's choosing to play. He's going to go into a level... he's going to go into a Coronzo. I used this card in Centurion, so I'm familiar with it. He had nothing else. He really just saw his extra deck pop up, so he decided to go into it. Awkward, but we get the victory. Alright, going first with a hand I would call a brick. We set one and pass. I'm really going to rely on Maxi, and then if he does try to do something, to call by into the Fufulos. Looks like my opponent is on burn. He hits me for 1,000. I take the damage, and that will be it. He gets his card back. I get 0 draws. I draw for turn. That is exactly what we needed. That is full combo. Since we have that Fufulos in hand, it's a Wind. This will let me add any dragon I choose. Alright, full combo into the Spectral. This card is insane. Adding 2 Dragon Ruler type cards. I'm going to get Tidal and I'm going to get Burner because I already have the other 2 in possession. We're going to pitch the Tidal to get the Blaster, and my opponent is going to banish that. That's going to trigger my effect, so I get another Blaster to hand. We're also going to banish the other 2 into a Tidal, and then we're going to use the other 2 Dragon / Earth to get ourselves out Redox. Now we're going to go into Chasma effect. We're going to send for a boulder to special summon the Tempest. Next up, we're going to use the effect to normal summon our Ash Blossom. Now that'll get us access to an Omni Negate and BrandoAKAMiracle. We're going to use Baron to pop the slime so we can go for maximum damage. My opponent reveals the trap. That is exactly what I was saving that negate for. My opponent traps get destroyed and he takes 5,000 in damage. Now, I think we're at a pretty good spot. No really advantage on negates, but life points and 2 huge monsters are on the board. Now my opponent activates his effects, but Tempest lets me pretty much get a card to hand. This card is so good with card advantage. I love it. My opponent stops me from activating any effects. Oh, I'm so scared. Draw for turn. I just need to go to battle. But I recycle the Baron just in case I need it. And I accidentally summon that guy in defense, so I have to summon at least one more time. That's fine. I just get my Baron back. And we pop the face down. Or we activate Rocks Rose. And then we pop the face down. Oh no, I popped Chain Energy because we have the Omni Negate. Boom, Omni Negate. Get rid of the Chain Energy just in case there's some shenanigans I don't know about, chat. And that seals the game with our BrandoAKAMiracle. Alright, going to be going second, we open up with the Fufulos. Our opponent summons a monster defense mode, reveals UA. He gives me 1 draw, he activates Giant Kusaki and ends his turn. Not really sure what this deck does, but he activates a trap where it lets him draw a card additional if he has no cards in hand. He has a card, so that trap does nothing. We're going to use our dragons to get out title, go into our rank 7 of choice, which is the Aurora Dragon. Using the Aurora Dragon, we're going to detach for the Tempest to get us any card we want. I choose Spectral, which was a misplay because I have no card to discard. We get rid of his monsters in defense mode, and I set 1 and pass. Now, due to that misplay, I could have won that turn, but live and learn. Alright, our opponent sets 2, pretty much setting themselves up for the effect. I'm using Aurora's effect on the offensive, which is using Blaster to pop a card. Now, I'm going to summon that Blaster, and then I'm going to attack. Win the game. Alright, our opponent's going first. I open up with the Maxi. My opponent reveals he is on the new Shining Sark deck. Spoiler alert, let me know in the comments down below if you are watching this video right now and you're excited for me to do that deck, because you know I love it. Now, he gets greedy with the Future Silence, bringing the Marshmallow on, triggering Shining or Gadget Trio to be his choke point. I could have taught you that, chat. Future Silence into the new Dark Magician Girl if you have the Gadget Trio in hand already. But it is what it is. Cast here a Unicorn. We're going to pitch that Red Rose because we don't need it. We're going to get 2 dragons that aren't the one we need. And we are going to summon the first one. And then we're going to summon the second one to get going. We're going to use Blaster and our Bowler to go into my favorite new Dragon Ruler, Aurora. Aurora is going to send for Tempest, getting us our Red Rose back to hand. Now I'm going to normal Red Rose because I already have the Kashtira Unicorn as our special monster to get ourselves out of Baron. I'm not worried. I don't know why I played it in defense mode, chat. I questioned that when I did it. I remember when I recorded the video. Tempest is going to come out, getting ourselves out our Bestial Disbatter. And then Basil Rue Shoot. Use the Kashtira Birth to summon a third 10 in our Gen X Ruler. Is that what the card's name is? No, completely wrong. Don't worry about it, chat. Mistakes happen. Lethal on board. He sets a useless trap. I go to battle to finish this game off. Just like that, chat. This deck is destructive. Sometimes you get a little bit of bricky hands with the hand traps, but that's what tinkering's for, and we'll figure it out. Alright, going first, starting off with our Kashtira Unicorn into the berth. Our opponent reveals the Duel. Honestly, I think I could play around Duel, but I don't feel like it, so that's what eats my called by. And really good for us because Kashtira Unicorn also will be able to banish a card face down. I reveal that my opponent's on Orcust and he's only playing one of the new Link. We'll play pretty much old Orcust if you don't need that Link. He's going to use the Effect Veiler on Roxrose. Not a bad, because Roxrose is really good with material. Level 3 dragon material especially. But nonetheless, we're going to use our Baron to get out, or use the Roxrose to get out Baron. And then we're going to summon Tidal, get ourselves Kashtira Unicorn. Now, I'm kind of stuck. Unfortunately, a lot of the new Dragon Ruler need 2 level 7 Dragon Rulers. Luckily for us, there's this level 7 Xyz. If it has a dragon as material, it's a quick effect pop. So, at least we have 2 pieces of interaction here. Our opponent reveals Dingirsu, or Girsu? Yep, Girsu. That's an easy Baron pop. My opponent reveals the triple attack, not a bad card. He uses it to pop our, my negate, or my pop. He uses my Baron and his Dark Grepher to go into an SP. This SP is going to remove my Kashtira Birth. Now, honestly, I'm in a top deck position. I can't reborn anything, but this top deck gets us right back in the game. Kashtira Fenrir hits over the SP. Main phase 2, I'm going to get a little bit of card advantage, get me a Unicorn into the hand. And honestly, my opponent is now in the top deck position by flipping the script because he had a problematic card. Now, I'm just getting card advantage. Honestly, I don't mind how fast or slow the game is going, especially with the Max C. So we're going to keep going. My opponent is on a 2-turn timer. He isn't going to get to that point. He sets 1, and 1 draw gets me into this game, and Tempest is it. Using that Kashtira Unicorn to pitch to add any card I need to my hand. Now, I'm just trying to get Dragon Rulers. So we're going to use the Max C as actually an offensive Earth type attribute card to get ourselves access to more bodies. Now, that's all it takes. We just needed that little push to lethal, and that Tempest gave it to us. That's what you call good deck building. Right? Alright, our opponent's going to, or we're going first. Get pranked. Kashtira Unicorn into the berth. Not a crazy hand. We're going to banish 2 to get our Blaster into rotation, but it's a useless card as of right now. And considering everything, we're just going to have to pass on the Dragon Destroyer. Honestly, good follow-up with Birth and Triple Attack, but there's nothing I can do against this. Our opponent reveals that he is on Resonators. Chat, I know he's cooked when he is searching for Crimson. Alright, he thinks that Crimson is all he needs in this situation. Wrong. Pop the level 4. Now you're cooked. Honestly, he could have did something by normaling and bringing this weird red Warg tech, but he goes into the Scarlight. You were supposed to go into the Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend and then do it again going into Dispatch. Archfiend Bane is fine. You could have still popped my board and had a good lethal push, but you will pay for your misdeeds. Crimson Gaia into the Earthbound Immortal Red Nova and tribute itself to bring out itself. Man, he doesn't know what he's doing with his cards. I gained the attack points of his monster, meaning my destroyer is stronger. We drew a monster. He's cooked. Bringing out Blaster and getting out Tidal. I think I'm going to go into some cool plays. Let's show off Aurora. Aurora effect, I'm going to send Tempest and Blaster to the grave to get our red rose. Use the Kashtira Birth to get ourselves back our unicorn. Use the red rose dragon to go into the Baron Diffur. Oh, I want him to activate stuff, but he won't. Rocks Rose into another red rose. We need dragons. That's what I care about. I want cards to summon and banish. Next up, use the Rocks Rose and the Tempest to go into the Bestial Dispatter. And I don't need to do any more. Dragon Ruler destroys. Baron gets rid of the Crimson Gaia so he can't bring out the Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. And I finish off with our other 3 monsters. I'll see you guys in the deck list. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the deck list. Don't look at my crafts, you'll be spoiled on new videos. But, actually, let's do this. Boom, you'll see what URs I've been for recently. Alright guys, I'm not going to go over every card, but I'm going to go over all of the unique cards for the combo in a second. Alright, first off, the brand new Spectral Dragon Ruler of Flickers. This card is absolutely insane. It's a must-have 3 of. And it's honestly makes this card so much more, makes this deck so much playable. This card plus any dragon gets you into the full Red Rose combo, which gets you access to Baron, Bestial Patter, and Arms Gen X Return 0. Just additional crazy things for your board. If you do this combo right, you will end on a Baron, a Dispatter, an Eclipse, and possible IP or Heretic Seals. Next up, another crazy card. I think we need to give the extra deck its credit. Auroras, man, this card is absolutely insane. Being a quick effect, you can do it during your opponent's turn to pop, or it's a search for virtually no cost. I mean, when you use Tempest's effect to discard 2 to search, it kind of is costing, but this detach and then its activated effect is the same. It's crazy. Next up, Eclipse. Being able to recycle a Dragon Ruler, as well as when your opponent activates a spell or trap, detach 2, negate and banish. Definitely a really cool card. I didn't get to use the new Dragon Ruler yet, but if this is in the graveyard, you can target it, and if it has, it becomes unaffected in 4600. So I had to craft this card because we're gonna have to get it going sooner or later. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm so happy to be back video recording for you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.